When you board a cruise ship, everything feels perfect. The crew smiles, the drinks are waiting, and everyone seems genuinely happy to see you. But behind those smiles, there's another story. A story filled with long hours, silent observations, and private opinions that most passengers will never hear. Behind the polished uniforms and cheerful greetings, the crew sees everything. They witness the best and the absolute worst of passenger behavior. Some kind souls brighten their day, and there are nightmare guests who test their patience. Today, we're going deep into the minds of cruise ship crew members. What do they really think about passengers? Who do they secretly love, and who drives them crazy? By the end of this video, you'll see your next cruise completely differently. And maybe you'll rethink how you treat the people working behind the scenes. Every crew member knows this rule by heart. Don't be that passenger. You know the one, the finger snapper, the constant complainer, or the "I paid for this ship" type. They forget something important. Crews aren't servants. They're professionals running a floating city. A former bartender once said, "We can spot troubled passengers within the first 2 hours. It's in their tone, their attitude, their eyes." And here's a secret, the crew talks. From the bar to housekeeping to guest services, word travels fast. They know which cabins bring smiles and which ones bring sighs. So if you want a smoother, happier cruise, remember this: kindness spreads faster than complaints. Now, it's not all bad news. Some passengers genuinely make the cruise day. They smile back, say thank you, or ask, "How's your shift going?" Small gestures like that mean everything after a 12-hour shift. One cabin attendant said her favorite guests are those who keep their room tidy and treat her with respect. And believe it or not, the crew remembers these guests. Sometimes, they even compete to serve them again on future voyages. Because polite travelers don't just make work easier, they make the entire atmosphere lighter. So remember, if you treat the crew like people, not background workers, you'll always get better service. A genuine smile from you might be the only kindness they receive that day. Here's something passengers rarely realize. The crew sees everything. They know who sneaks drinks into the pool area, who argues on the balcony at midnight, and who tries to smuggle extra desserts from the buffet. It's not creepy, it's part of ship life. Thousands of guests, dozens of decks, and constant monitoring for safety and order. Even among crew members, gossip spreads fast. A single argument or meltdown can become the talk of the ship by dinner. So if you think nobody noticed when you yelled at a bartender or hogged pool chairs, think again. But here's the good news: positive behavior spreads too. That passenger who left a thank you note for their steward, everyone heard about it in a good way. So whether you realize it or not, you're always being noticed. Make it for the right reasons. Now let's talk about the real unsung heroes, the housekeeping crew. They're up before sunrise, cleaning dozens of cabins a day, often with zero rest. And what they find ranges from funny to shocking. Rooms turned into towel jungles, spilled drinks, pizza boxes stacked like towers, and smells no air freshener can fix. They've also found money under beds, jewelry in drawers, and yes, handwritten notes complaining about slow room service. Despite it all, they stay calm and professional. They're trained not to judge, but that doesn't mean they don't remember. One cabin steward laughed and said, "I could write a book about what people forget in their cabins." So next time you cruise, remember this: your cabin isn't as private as you think. Treat your steward kindly, and they'll return the favor, with spotless care, and maybe even a smile that actually means something. Let's be honest, what annoys the crew the most? After countless interviews, these 5 habits top the list. Snapping fingers or whistling for attention. Leaving dirty dishes or trash in hallways. Complaining about the weather or sea motion. Ignoring safety rules. Being rude about language barriers. These behaviors instantly mark you as a problem passenger. One crew member admitted, "We'll still smile, but inside, we're praying they get off at the next port." Many crew members come from developing countries and work 10 to 14 hours a day, sending money home to support their families. So being kind isn't just polite, it's human. Want VIP level service? Be the kind of guest the crew wants to serve. Thankfully, not every story is stressful. Some are heartwarming. A guest once left chocolate and a note that read, "You're doing an amazing job." Her steward said he kept that note in his wallet for years. Small acts, remembering a name, offering a smile, or tipping fairly, mean more than you can imagine. Crew members remember kindness longer than complaints. And often, they repay it in small but meaningful ways. An extra dessert, a better table, or your cabin cleaned with special care. Kindness floats across the ship, and eventually, it sails right back to you. Crew's life looks glamorous, but for the crew, it's anything but. They work 10 to 14 hours a day. No weekends, no holidays, months away from family, with barely any time to rest. Their rooms are small, shared, and without much privacy. Yet, every morning, they smile and make your vacation feel magical. Many send nearly all their pay back home to support children, parents, or loved ones. One waiter shared, "Sometimes passengers are the only people I talk to all day." So when you see a smiling crew member, remember, behind that smile might be exhaustion, homesickness, or sacrifice. And every thank you or kind gesture gives them strength to keep going. Yes, it's true. The crew gossips. At the staff bar or mess hall, stories spread fast. They laugh about funny guest requests, share weird cabin discoveries, or even give passengers nicknames like Mr. Towels or Miss Champagne at breakfast. It's not malicious, it's survival. It helps them handle long hours and stressful days. And if you're a kind passenger, don't worry, you'll be remembered for the right reasons. A former bartender said, "We remember every nice guest, especially the ones who treat us like equals. So be memorable, for the right reasons." Some passengers don't just annoy the crew, they scare them. These are the entitled ones who threaten to call corporate, or the drunk guests who harass staff late at night. Some even sneak into crew-only areas or break safety rules. The crew stays calm on the outside, but inside they're stressed. One security officer said, "We'd rather deal with a storm than a rude guest." So if you ever wonder how to ruin your reputation on board, start by being disrespectful. Otherwise, the crew will happily make your trip smooth and enjoyable. Want to be a passenger the crew actually loves? Follow these simple rules. Always greet and thank staff. Don't make impossible demands. Keep your cabin neat. Follow safety instructions. And tip fairly. It matters more than you think. These gestures create positive energy that spreads across the whole ship. Respect isn't just good manners, it's good travel karma. If the crew could say one thing to passengers, it would be this: we're people, not part of the scenery. Behind every name tag is someone with dreams, struggles, and a family far away. They're the reason your vacation feels effortless. So, next time you're on a cruise, make eye contact. Say thank you. Smile. That small moment of kindness might carry someone through a 14-hour shift. Because at the end of the day, cruises aren't just about destinations. They're about people. Now you know the truth. What cruise crew members really think about passengers. Would you survive working a week on a cruise ship? Tell me in the comments below. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon, because in the next video we're revealing 10 hidden cruise secrets you were never supposed to know. Until then, travel smart, be kind, and remember, a great cruise always starts with great manners.